evening. Let's try this again because my connection got a little crazy. So guys, for today's video, I am going to do a live and I'm going to talk about how you can make money with your car, how you can save money with your car. I'm also going to give you a high-level overview of peer-to-peer car rentals, which is what I do. Also about my wrap and why I use business credit, guys. And I'm going to outline, I'm going to show you the actual vehicles. I'm about to, hey y'all, if you can hear me, and if you can, I'm not going to say, see, if you can hear me, well, then let me know because I'm going to actually show you my vehicles, my main two vehicles, and I'm going to give you guys the numbers, like run them numbers on these cars, okay? Because I'm just going to say it, I actually make more money on the vehicles sometimes than the properties. So guys, and also March 11th, March 15th. March 11th, March 15th, I'm having a car workshop, how to buy a car in your business name. I will go to the link in my bio and go ahead and register. There's only 100 spots available, guys, and I'll show you how you can do this with your vehicle also. So I'm actually going to show you the cars. All right, so first I'm going to show you the cars. That way when I run the numbers on these cars, then you can kind of understand. So guys, these are the two cars that I drive the most, that I physically drive, right? And my number is 5. My magic number is 5, meaning that I don't have any more than 5 cars at any given time. Guys, if you can hear me, if you can see, if you can see right now, because I'm on like the Wi-Fi, I hope it doesn't cut off while I'm in the driveway. And if you can hear me, somebody give me some hearts, okay? And this is going to be my Terry's Tips video because I'm about to give y'all some real numbers and stuff. I'm even going to show you guys with the wrap. So guys, and my number is 5. So I have 20 streams of income. Car rentals is only one of my streams. It's a part-time stream for me. So I never have more than 5 vehicles at any given time because that's just like too much for me to actually manage. I do not use Turo. I use a car where I do peer-to-peer car rentals. And when you sign up for my workshop, I'm going to show you how you can do that on your own because I only rent out by the week or by the month. So let me show you the actual vehicles, guys, how you can make money with your car and also how you save money with your car. I'm even going to tell you guys how by me lowering the miles that I drive on the vehicles, I actually saved $800 on my auto insurance policy. So first, let me go to the Audi. So guys, this is an Audi A8L. So this is Audi's flagship luxury sedan. I actually got this car to rent out. Like I got this car specifically to start renting. And then what happened, y'all, was I actually fell in love with this car. Like, I mean, in love, like love. This thing is like a spaceship. It has the executive package. So it has every single option on it. And guys, I ended up driving it a lot. However, I have rented this vehicle. Hey y'all, can y'all hear me? I have to give y'all some real stuff, okay? So however, I have rented this vehicle out and I can rent this vehicle out at any time. Like this is a vehicle that you can do like proms, you could do weddings, you could do funerals, you could just rent it out and it would be a higher price. I don't think you could do like an Uber Black, and y'all see if anybody who's a car person, so anybody that doesn't know me, I'm actually a girl that's a car person. Let me just say, I'm actually a girl that's a car person. Like I go to the auto shows, like I'm a girl that's the car person. As you see, I have super black tint. My son did that. This is like not, what do you call it? Like not regulation, right? This is like not regulation or whatever. Like my car is black, so you can never tell who is actually in the car. The only thing I have left to do to the car, guys, is I want to get all black rims. I want to get everything like all blacked out. So this is the Audi A8L. I got this car to rent out. I have rented this car out before. I do peer-to-peer car rentals. Let me give you guys the numbers real quick. So what I do when I do peer-to-peer car rentals, let me walk around. So can you guys still hear me okay? Let me tell you what I do when I do peer-to-peer car rentals, and I'll talk to you guys about the Jag, because you guys see the wrap on the Jaguar. I'm even going to tell you guys real quick how I actually got the wrap done and how that car makes me money every single time I actually drive it. Okay? And guys, no, I do not do Turo. Guys, listen, can you guys please share this to your stories? Tag some people. I'm about to give away some dope information. This is even before the workshop. But everybody, if you want to know how to do this for yourself, you need to register for my workshop on March 11th and March 15th. It's a super small investment, 2-hour hands-on workshop. And I'm going to do a deep dive into preferred lenders, leasing versus buying, insurance, tax write-offs, record keeping, how you can do this with outside of a business auto loan. Let me just say this real quick to you guys. Both of these cars are owned by my business, registered to my business, in business credit, and guess what? Somebody say something. Somebody say something. I do not have a business auto loan on either car. Did you hear me? I have. Both of these cars were purchased with business credit, but not with a business auto loan. Bars. I'm gonna show you guys how I do this on during the workshop. All right, so let me show you guys the inside of the car real quick. So like I said, this is the Audi AAL. Oh, wait, hold on. This one's still locked. This is their flagship sedan. So anybody who's a car person, first of all, it's super fast. If you even look at me, I race you. It has every single option. It even has, this is the executive package, so it even still has the like the shades and everything in the back. And my son, all the guys that are car guys and girls, like it has like the premium radio, the lamb or whatever that stuff is. I don't know. It has the super big tires, guys. And I will say this, for anybody who's thinking about doing car rentals, be careful with the luxury vehicles because of the maintenance. I got a scratch. I'm not doing a very good job here. Let me show you guys. I got a scratch on the windshield, guys. And I contacted the insurance company. They sent me to like a what's it called? This is the inside the vehicle, guys. And pause. It actually says something that I'm a female and I have an AAL, but that's a whole other thing because I'm a car person. But at any rate, so I got a scratch in the windshield, guys, and then I went to they sent me to like an auto glass place or whatever, and you can't do that with these cars. They actually had to get the VIN number and custom order it just to get the windshield actually done. So this is an Audi AAL, right? I bought it to rent out. I do peer-to-peer car rentals. So let me give you guys the numbers on this. So the car, and so this is how I do the peer-to-peer car rentals, how I do the actual numbers. I will go on Turo to get the going price for this car in my area. So the going price for this vehicle in my area is $189. Excuse the garage, y'all. I just rented out a property. I still have all this stuff in storage from the old tenants. The going price for this vehicle is $189 a day. $189 a day for an Audi. Now, mind you, that's actually a lower amount because I couldn't find any AALs. So that's for a lower model, lower year Audi. So you take $189 a day times 30 days. Guys, that's $5,670 a month. Let me stop right there. $5,670 per month if I was to rent this Audi out every single, like for a full month, right? What I do when I do peer-to-peer car rentals is I take the price it would be per day. So, right, $189 per day times 30 days is $5,670. And then I usually cut it in half. I usually will do like a, like $3,000 or $2,700 or $2,600, and I rent it out for the whole month. Now, why? Why do I do monthly rentals instead of like a Turo thing? Because I'm busy. I'm a single woman with 3 children, female entrepreneur, and an investor. So guys, I don't have time to every day, every hour go in and out, vacuum it, clean and all those things. So because I'm an entrepreneur and these are my assets and my business owns, I do it the way that works for me. You can only rent my cars per month, period. And like I said, it's for special occasions. So let me also say this, for my auto insurance, and guys, register for my workshops. I'm gonna show you guys how you can do this on your own, March 11th and March 15th. The link is in my bio. I'm gonna deep dive into this. Let me tell you how I actually saved on my auto insurance. So guys, I work from home now, right? And the nugget for all of you guys on here, right? If you've already learned something, if you're already intrigued, so give me some hearts and some love. You're already intrigued, okay, guys? And mind you, my number is 5. I only keep 5 cars or less per at any given time. So this is where with my cars, so these are I can only drive one car at a time, let's be honest, but I don't drive this car all the time. I use the Jaguar a couple of different ways. And also the tax write-offs on these vehicles are different, right? Because the Audi I actually drive like as my personal vehicle and my work vehicle. So on the Audi, I write off the miles and I write off the, come on somebody, can I get some fire signs out here? I'm out here like showing y'all some real stuff. Come on, March 11th, March 15th. If you want to know how to do this on your own, how you can make some money, guys, I'm just going to say it. If you are trying to be like a real estate investor or something else and you're not able to get that big investment yet, guys, I ain't gonna lie, that's a 6-figure car. But you guys can get other cars that for like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and then hustle up the income so you can get your down payment for your flip. Come on, somebody. I don't come on here talking no nonsense for no reason. Like, it's less liability, right? I don't care. And guess what? I'm about to say something to y'all. I don't even have GPSs in these cars. Y'all know how y'all go to all these car rental workshops and summits and everything, and they spend a whole hour on putting GPS in the car. Guess what? I don't care. If you steal the car, I got insurance to pay the freak off. I'm going to get a brand new one. Y'all be sweating. They be sweating the small stuff. I tell y'all the real. Somebody put in the comments real. I'm transparent with y'all. I do not even have GPS like the trackers in these cars. Who cares? I know who I rent my car to. To rent my car, I make you give me a copy of your driver's license. So if you're going to steal it, I have your address, I have your driver's license, I have your picture, and I have full coverage. The insurance company is just going to replace it. Look, am I telling y'all some real stuff? Some of y'all are spending like months and months and months trying to get the right tracker in the car. Who cares? It's a car. Seriously, if something happens to it, you replace it. Anywho, let me leave that right there. That's why I said y'all need to be in my workshop. But anyway, so this vehicle, because this is the vehicle that I kind of designated as the vehicle that I drive, and and it's for business. So this, I didn't write the whole vehicle off, but I write off the miles on this car and I write off the maintenance on this car, and my accountant does that. Now this car right here, the Jaguar actually is, they're both owned by my business, by the way. But the Jaguar, I wrote off the entire car. Now, mind you, both cars, Nugget, reason why I use business credit, basically what I'm doing, guys, if you haven't figured out, I'm turning things that would normally be liabilities into assets, into income producing assets. Why? I'm saving on the front end and the back end. I'm saving on the front end because, I get better rates with my business credit because, I write the vehicles. Well, saving money is writing the vehicles off, and because I rent them out. And this car right here, the Jaguar, is owned by my business, but I wrote the entire car off as a work truck. This is a work truck, y'all. My Jaguar. Now, this is a 2020 Jaguar that I got in 2020. 2020 Jaguar that I got in 2020. And this literally only has like about 15,000 miles on it. You see the wrap? The wrap was also paid for with business credit. The wrap was also a tax write-off, and it's free marketing. Every single time, so I might put every single time I drive this car, I get phone calls and texts and DMs, literally probably at least 5 to 10, no matter what. Look at y'all, the wrap has every single thing on this. It's a custom wrap. I'm gonna tell you guys how I got it done, but it has my name, it has my email, it has my website, it has my 800 number, and it has big as day my Instagram. Okay, guys, and mind you, when I was thinking about doing this video for you guys, I wanted you guys to actually see, social media could be a lot of, frauds on here, right? So I said, let you guys actually see. And so this is where I was like, oh my God, let me make sure I don't put my license plate in the live, right? We're going to be real. And I was like, oh, duh, the car's registered to my business. It's my business address. Y'all know my business address. I used to see clients in person. Come on, somebody. So y'all like my rap? So let me tell you guys how I did my rap. All right, so real quick, I covered that, how I do the vehicles. Oh, let me run the numbers real quick on the Jaguar. So for the Jaguar, it rents for about $114 a day, right? Again, same thing. I couldn't find this new of a Jaguar on Turo. So $114 a day. So I probably could get more. I'm just going to say that. So the Jaguar rents for $114 a day on Turo in the Philadelphia area. Times 30 days, that's $3,420 a month. Now, let me ask y'all something. Do you think that the car note, when I had one, not even a note because it wasn't an auto loan, but do you think that the payment on this car and insurance was over $3,000 for the Jaguar? And do you think that the car note, the payment and the insurance on the Audi was $5,000? Heck no. I mean, we're talking about $2,000 to $3,000 a month profit after paying back the business credit and the insurance. Look, somebody put in the comments after, right? So I do peer-to-peer rental. What does that mean? That means that I rent person-to-person private rental. I only do either weekly or monthly. I prefer monthly. I have my own private contract, and I make sure I get their driver's license and all their information when I do the actual cars. Now, I got the Audi to rent out, but then I ended up falling in love with it, so I don't rent it as much, but I have. And this car, shout out to Alo, shout out to Jose. Not only is this a work vehicle, but guys, when people come into town and they're coming to visit me, so for example, Lo, shout out to Lo if she jumps on here. Lo is from California. Lo was working for my brand for a while, so I flew her out here for training. When Lo flew out here for training, I gave her this car to drive, the Jaguar. I gave her this car to drive so she didn't have to rent a car. Why? Because I'm a business owner and I have multiple vehicles, and this is my business car. Same thing for Jose. Jose flew out here from Atlanta to set up my equipment, and when he was here in town, I gave him the Jaguar to drive. So if you're ever coming to town for business for me, this is usually the car that I will give you to drive. Why? Because it's my business vehicle. Now, real quick, somebody put workshop in the comments. You need to be at my workshop because I'm going to do a deep dive. Now, let me tell you guys how I did the wrap. Do y'all like the wrap? If you like my wrap, somebody say, look, there's not a lot of Jaguar wraps out here, okay? Like Jaguars that are actual cars. Let me just say this. Is the Jaguar the most expensive car? No, it's the one that I like, y'all. Come on, somebody. Somebody put in the comments workshop. March 11th and March 15th, because I was going to do a 2-hour comprehensive workshop on how you can buy a car with business credit, the tax write-offs, leasing versus buying, record keeping, all of those things. I'm even going to go over how you can do it with outside of business auto loan and give you guys preferred lenders. Guys, stop playing. You'll make more money on these cars and some of the other things that you're doing faster, like real talk, right? And so there's only 100 spots available. I'm not even sure how many are registered yet because I've been out all day. But guys, so if anything, people are curious because they're not used to seeing Jaguars that are work cars. Can we be real? How many of y'all have seen a Jaguar that's somebody's work car? Right? So if anything, when I drive it, people contact me just because they're curious. Now, let me tell you how I did the wrap. The wrap was can y'all see my little hand? There we go. The wrap was a 2-step process. So what I did first is I went on Fiverr to find a designer for the wrap, right? So I had a vision in my head of what I wanted it to look like. I didn't want the whole vehicle to actually be wrapped. So I knew what colors I wanted it to be, and I went on Fiverr and found somebody to actually make me a draft. Now, when I reached out to the guy on Fiverr, I did pick a top seller. Guys, the design for the wrap, the guy that designed my wrap, it was literally $120. Not to get the actual wrap put on the car, I'm about to finish, right? But to have him design it. So what I did is I told him what my vision was. I showed him some pictures of other cars that had similar wraps, and he sketched me up like 5 different examples and sent them to me. I made a couple of edits to it, and then I had to tell him the type of vehicle I had. I had to do it in the beginning. Why? Because you had to have specific specs for the wraps, right? You have to have specific specs. And he basically designed the wrap. He did the specs. He did all the stuff. And I guess it's like a film or something like that. And then he sent it to my place in my area to get the wrap installed. So shout out to my son Tez. He's 26 years old. He is a manager at Land Rover Jaguar. Yes, y'all. And an entrepreneur. He has his own tent business, which is why hence both my cars are black, because I don't know what, only by the grace of God I've never been stopped. But so then my son was like, oh, we have a tent place that we use. So Mom, you should use our tent place. I think it's 99 Wraps. They're on Instagram. Right. And so the guy from Fiverr who had the design and the specs, he sent my wrap to the shop that I designated. And then the place that I designated put the wrap, that did the install and put the wrap on the actual car. Now, I will also say this, even though my son is a manager at Land Rover Jaguar, I actually did not get my Jaguar from them. I wanted a specific year. I wanted a 2020 and 2020, and I wanted white. Why did I want white? Because I was getting the wrap done, and they did not have my vehicle. So I went ahead and used a business line of credit to buy the car cash brand new, and I actually used Carvana. I used Carvana. Now, why did I use Carvana? Because Carvana does a soft pull of Experian, and you can either use their financing, you can use a loan of your own, or you can use cash. I used cash. Now, how did I buy this Jaguar in cash and still business credit? Because the cash was money from a business line of credit that was direct deposited into my business checking account. Boom! Did y'all catch it? Attend the workshop, okay? So that's how I got the actual wrap done. So somebody from Fiverr then had to have an install place, and then they actually told me I could either get the whole car wrap. It was a whole bunch of different stuff for that, but that's every single time I drive the vehicle, I basically get people that reach out to me. So the wrap was a write-off, the car was a write-off, and it's free marketing. That's some of the ways I make money with this car. It's free marketing. Every single time I drive it, somebody reaches out to me. Now, let me tell you how I saved. Show you guys the inside of this thing. All right, so guys, and I'm a female, but I actually, my son hates me because not hates it, but he hates these little like, y'all see my blinged out steering wheels? So my cars are I'm actually a car person. Like I said, y'all see the so this is the Jaguar. Even though I'm a female, like I actually keep my cars pretty clean. It could use a detail, but I'm not, like I keep my cars pretty clean. So for the Jaguar, and actually, so the Audi is the top flagship. It has every single option. For the Jaguars, guys, there's different models, obviously. So for all the car people out there, and for everybody, the cars are going to be more expensive based on the engine and the options, right? So you see, I have the big TV. Wait, let me sit in here real quick. Maybe you can see it better. I have the big TV, you see? So I have the big TV and I have the big engine. So this particular model is a premium model because of the options in the actual vehicle. And then you see I have a whole, that's my upstairs, that's my balcony up there. I have a whole, you see, this is all the the inside. This is what do you call it? A panoramic, what's it called? So the whole top of the Jaguar comes off, basically. Y'all see it? Like, that's why it looks like I'm not, like, this is actually the whole top. I have the thing down. All right. And I forgot to tell you that the Audi actually has two, maybe, I don't know if you can see, the Audi actually has two sunroofs. They have shades too. Let me see. Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, there's one. I have the shades up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. No, y'all. I don't know how to work nothing on the Audi. I don't know how to work nothing on the Audi. But it got these. Anybody that sees it in person, like, oh my God, the seats. So I don't know. Apparently it's special. But anyway, so how I saved money how I saved the $800 on my auto insurance. So first of all, I only have Geico. Catch these nuggets, y'all. I only have Geico. Geico has the policy homeowners and auto for all of my houses and all of my vehicles. Let me say it again. Geico has the policy for my homeowners for every single house and every single car. Why? One of the ways that I save money is by having multiple policies with the same insurer, right? And they cover everything, so I get massive discounts because of the number of vehicles, the number of houses. But guess what, y'all? Y'all want to know how I saved $800? So I work from home now, right? When COVID happened. Somebody learning something right here, give me some fire signs. And make sure you are at my workshop, because I'm showing y'all something. I'm giving y'all a real quick overview of how I make money and save money. I told you $5,600 on that car and $3,400 on that car. So guys, is this helping somebody? Like, I need y'all to actually see. And these are just the two that I keep at the same time, but some y'all are overcomplicating it. Depending on the car, that's a business line of credit, that's a merchant cash advance, that's equipment financing. Guys, I don't have a business auto loan on either vehicle. Guys, I got one of them. This one was a line of credit. The Audi was a line of credit. And the Jaguar was a merchant cash advance. Come on, somebody. No auto loans. So that means I don't have to jump through any hoops. Money goes into my business bank account, and then I just pay the person I'm buying the car from. So what they told me so I save money. So how do I save money? I save money with my auto insurance because, number one, I have multiple policies. So I have, with one insurer, Geico, I have my homeowners and I have all my cars, period. So I get a discount. But I didn't even realize, guys, that I used to see clients in person, right? Well, now, post-COVID, everything is virtual online. Guys, the Jaguar has 15,000 miles on it. And it's a 2020 that I got in 2020. It's 15,000. I've driven that thing to New York. Every single time I'm doing a road trip, I drive that car. They're both the premium models. So, let me shut this. So, when I told them that I was driving my car less, well, she said, well, how much do you drive your car? And I was like, oh my God, it's like, a couple, like maybe not even, like, I think I reduced it to like 10 something miles, like a week or something else, something crazy like that, because it was the truth. Guys, do you know that all I did was make one phone call to my insurance company and ask them to review my policies. And then once I told her that I work from home, that I barely drive this car, and the miles confirmed that, that literally that one phone call, $800 off of my policy. Somebody put in the comments $800, because now I barely ever even drive the vehicle. So because I drive it so much less, it was even less money. I'm going to tell you guys something else. Everybody thinks there's so much money for commercial auto insurance. You guys are thinking about trucks and all those things. Now in 2023, a lot of the actual regular insurers, State Farm, Allstate, Geico, have car sharing, depending on what you're actually doing. Come on, somebody. And they actually, depending on if like you tell them it's a business vehicle or not, guys, guess why the policies for business are actually lower? I'm about to give y'all a bar right here. Do you know why the policies, if it's a work vehicle, are actually lower? Because people got it like backwards, right? And mind you, I don't have the car on tour. I just do peer-to-peer car rentals for these ones. Let me tell you why the actual policy is actually cheaper. When I talked to the insurance people, and they were like, oh, you're going to get a better rate. And I ain't going to hold you. I was like, I am? Because I told you, car rentals, this is not my thing. This is one of my 20 streams of income. And y'all heard the numbers on it. I'm going to leave that right there. Be in my workshops. I can make you some money and save you some money, okay? But this is one of my streams of income, my part-time stream. I don't do it heavy. Guys, I never have vehicles that are sitting idle. That's why you guys don't see me advertise it a whole lot. Because my vehicles are always on the road. Real talk, like always. Look, shout out to Franklin. Is he on here? Franklin tried to rent one of the vehicles and it was rented out. Like every time somebody has reached out to me to rent a vehicle, they've always been rented out. So this is not even a hustle that I do like super major, and it's thousands. But she said to me, so when I spoke to Geico, and I was like, well, why would my policy be lower if it's a business car? And they said, think about the usage. Think about how businesses use their vehicles as opposed to consumers. She was like, usually when something is a business vehicle, you're not driving it late at night, you're not at bars, you're not at clubs, you're not speed racing, all those things. And guess what? She's exactly right. Because when I'm in this car, I had to catch myself, y'all, because I ain't gonna hold you. I drive fast. First of all, if you look at me and I'm in the Audi, I'm racing you. And I'm gonna win. Be of you got the tailpipes. Let me stop playing. Everybody stay focused. But think about it, guys. So when I'm in this car, I had to catch myself. Because I'm like, let me not be no cutting people off and road rage and racing people. Why? Because it say, care, credit tools, got my business information on there. Like, am I telling you the truth? Right? So because I'm aware that I'm in a car that has my business information, when I drive this car, I'm so much more cautious. Real talk. So she said when it's a business vehicle, we find that you rarely have like the amount of like accidents, collisions, because people drive it during the day. People don't drive it to business functions. And she's absolutely right. So one of the ways that I save money on these cars is because these are business vehicles. I actually got a better rate on my policy. Also, I get tax write-offs on both vehicles. On the Jaguar, for people who are just joining, I wrote the entire car off. I wrote the wrap off. And then for the Audi, I only write off miles and I write off maintenance. Okay. And then some of the ways that I make money. So I rent this vehicle out, and I have rented this out peer-to-peer. Also with the marketing on this vehicle, every single time I drive it, I get actual leads. When people are in town, I actually let them use this car. And then, I told you guys how I save money on my auto insurance. And guys, the other thing is, guess what? Somebody put what in there? Because let me tell you what one of the biggest things is. One of the biggest reasons why I have my cars in business credit and registered to my business and owned by my business. Guys, now my business owns collateral. What does that help me do? Get more money. Guys, the last 3 merchant cash advances I had, remember off the top of my head. So I think Stripe might have been 80,000. PayPal was 57,000 and Square was 33,000. Shout out to everybody who's in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, because I posted them in there. Those are the last 3 that I had. So Stripe, what was it? One of them was 80,000. One was 57. I think 57 was PayPal, and Square was 33. It was 80, 57, and 33. Those are merchant cash advances. Again, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this on the workshop, right? But by me using that and paying it back on time, what happens? It makes me qualify for more money. And guess what else? These cars are paying for themselves. They already paid for themselves. Come on, y'all. Like, there's levels to this. Like, y'all think I'll be playing. So I hope that expanded your mind. And let me just tell you, let me see. So I talked about the wrap. I talked about how I saved $800. I talked about how I use business credit because it helps you qualify for money. I talked about the numbers on the Audi. $189 a month times 30 days is $5,670, and $114 a day for 30 days for the Jaguar is $3,420. I talked about my business owning collateral. And the only other thing that I'll say for you guys is you don't necessarily have to have, I don't necessarily agree with if you're very first time renting cars, getting like luxury vehicles, because the maintenance is a lot. This is also why, guys, you use fleet cards. I'm going over that on my workshop also, because if you get universal fleet cards, universal fleet cards you can use for anything: tires, maintenance, oil changes, but also anything, right? The regular fleet cards you can only use for vehicle stuff. But the universal fleet cards, you can, if you have a $20,000 fleet card, you guys can use it for anything. You guys can use it for anything, like a regular Visa MasterCard. But the other thing I will say is that if you're brand new to renting vehicles, right, whether you do like a Turo or a peer-to-peer, and I want to deep dive on my workshop on peer-to-peer for everybody who wants that. I don't necessarily recommend getting luxury cars, right, because of the maintenance and all those things. The reason why I did is because my other ones are not, right? So this is the car that I also wanted for myself. Just when I got it, I fell kind of in love with it. But let me tell you how this Audi saved my life. So shout out to Latoya Okia. I think I had posted it on here. I had posted a picture on here. But I'm going to tell you guys something. When you spend money, this is a 6-figure car. I mean, anybody who knows about this, like I said, this is a flagship luxury sedan. It's actually way more than that one. That was brand new. But let me tell you guys what happened. So me and Latoya Okia, we were on our way to New York to go see a Broadway show. Right, we were on our way to New York, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I drive fast. So we were on the bridge. We were on the Walt Whitman? I think we were on the Walt Whitman Bridge. I want y'all to picture this. So I'm on the Walt Whitman Bridge. I'm in this car, me and Latoya. I'm going like, I ain't gonna lie, I was probably going like 60 or something like that, right? On the bridge, and all of these lights are coming on my car. All these lights are coming on the car, but I don't know what the freaking lights say, y'all. I'm like, well, everything looks fine. Like, these lights were coming. I remember saying to Latoya, I'm like, what are these lights? Like, what is it saying to me? I don't know what it was saying, but guess what, y'all? We're getting to the middle of the bridge and boom, blowout. Blowout. Yo, y'all make me cry right now. You don't even understand. I'm on the Walt Whitman Bridge with my girlfriend. I'm the driver, first of all. She got 3 kids too. I'm like, I'm responsible for all of us. And I'm going like 60 and my tire has a blowout. This car right here, my tire has a blowout. Let me tell you why it's worth every single freaking penny, this car. Every single penny, because what I didn't know, and if anybody has an Audi, they know, it has like this auto suspension, like safety. Like, the safety features on the car are crazy. The safety features on the car are crazy. So the car was trying to tell me that there was something wrong with my tire. If I knew how to read the darn things, I would have known and pulled over before I got on the bridge. But I didn't know. So then when the car blew out, if anybody has ever had a blowout, come on somebody, if anybody has ever had a blowout, you can literally die. Like, you can lose control of your car. I'm on a freaking bridge, y'all. You can lose control of your car, hit another car, spin out, everything else. Let me tell you what the car did. The car, I think was it this tire? I can't remember. It was one of the back tires. The car, I guess, knew that was about to happen. And when it actually happened, it lifted itself up and shifted the weight to the other 3 cars and the other 3 tires. And I literally did not miss a beat. I did not swerve. I didn't go, like, the car damn near started, my cousin right here, the car darn near started driving itself. It literally lifted up and shifted the weight to the other 3 tires so I would not lose control. Y'all, me and Latoya was in there crying, like, and I was able to get over to the side, and then it ended up, just by the grace of God, because we got favor, there ended up being, I called 911 because you're on the bridge, right? You can't, like, even get out. So I called 911 and I was like, hey, you know, we got a blowout on the bridge, like, we don't know what to do. And I was like, we need some assistance. And let me tell you what the 911 operator said. Real talk, like, Latoya can like, Latoya can say, I posted like a little bit about this, but I never told the whole story. The lady says, look in your rearview mirror that aren't behind you now. Guys, when I looked in my mirror, like looked in my back mirror, do you know that there happened to be an off-duty, I guess, highway truck, whatever the things are, and saw the blowout. And as I was getting over to the side safely, he had already put on his flashers and stopped traffic. Y'all, I will freaking cry right now. Y'all, it was so scary. And before I could even get the phone call, God already covered us. A cop, they were behind us, and then don't you know, a cop was coming up across the side, and he got in front of us. And he said, let me tell you what the cop said. Black officer, he had a car, he had an Audi too. I have a picture of him and everything. Maybe I'll post it after this, all this too. He said, did you see what your car did? And I said, what do you mean? He said, we saw from the back how it lifted up and shifted its weight to the other 3 tires so you wouldn't lose control. He said, I have an Audi and I didn't even know it did that. Let me tell you something, ladies, women, females. If you are a business owner, you're somebody who was on the road, all those things. Like, I know that sometimes we like cars because they're like, you know, it's a luxury car, but I'm going to tell you something. Look up the safety ratings on some of these cars. One of the most safest vehicles ever. The car, because of the car that I was in, I literally did not miss a beat. And then they get us an escort, because you're not even allowed to get a tow truck on the bridge. And they escort us. I had a police escort to get off the bridge. I was able to drive my car off of the bridge. Come on, somebody. The tire was shredded. Wait till I post it. I'm gonna post it after I put it in my stories. And so, guys, it was worth every penny. So from now I'm in love with the Audi E8, and I'll probably get like a brand new one and still keep this one because it just generates money for me. So I hope that was helpful. So what did I talk about? First of all, March 11th, March 15th, I'm going to deep dive into how to buy a car with business credit, how to do business auto loans, preferred lenders, tax write-offs, record keeping, peer-to-peer car rentals, insurance, how to pick the right vehicle. Even if you guys want more information about how I wrap my Jaguar, then I'll give you guys that. Okay, but it's going to be 2 hours hands-on comprehensive workshop. I talked about my auto insurance policies, how I save. I talked about how I change the miles in the car I saved. I talked about how the marketing for the vehicle gets me customers every single time I drive it. And so, guys, I'll just end by saying this. Use all of your resources. Like, there's more than one way to make money, guys. Just because one person makes money on Turo doesn't mean you need to make money on Turo. Just because one person flipped houses doesn't mean you need to flip houses. Like, come on. I just did a whole video, on Tuesday, about how to use different ways to use business credit. Why am I doing that? So many of you guys have knowledge, skills, and experience and or business credit you're not utilizing. Guys, the goal is to leverage to build wealth, not to get into debt. Leverage to build wealth, not to get into debt. I turned 2 vehicles that I wanted from liabilities into assets, And now, since they're paid off, it's just gravy from here. Every single thing is just gravy, right? And so I want you to expand your mind. My goal is to educate and empower you all. And so I welcome and invite you all to the workshop so I can kind of deep dive, but I wanted to give you guys an overview, and I hope that was helpful and helped you get some ideas. And guys, if I was renting a car right now, let's say I was in New York, I might get like a small car. Say I was around college kids, I might get like one of those smart cars, hybrids. Like, guys, you don't get the car you like. You get the car that's going to rent in your area. You don't get the car that you like, you get the car that's going to rent in your area. But there's multiple ways to do it besides platforms like Turo. Got it good. Was that helpful? If this was helpful for y'all, somebody tell me if this was helpful. If it was helpful, put in the comment that it was helpful. A real quick kind of overview to let you guys see what's going on over here. And I only keep 5 at a time. Right now I only have 4. And guys, and I just go ahead and I use business lines of credit, merchant cash advances. So I hope that was helpful. I will see you on March 11th and March 15th. There are only 100 spots available. Please invite your friends, because I'm going to go in, help you guys make some money and make this year the year that you have that passive income that you really, really want. All right, guys. So have a super amazing day on purpose, and I will see you on the 11th and 15th. Bye, y'all.